Some would say Southern's Curtis Holland III is underrated. But as you can see, he's ready to take on his senior year with full force. Hanging out at the Potomac Nationals Park, I'm Jared Oliver.
And this is WSB-TV Sports.
Jacob is finishing his career here with countless awards. He's a two-time state champion. He's a first-team selection on the USA soccer team, but he still wants to go out and prove so much more.
People try to say that it's easy for you, and we know it's not, but you make it look easy. Did you ever play wide receiver a little bit maybe in high school? I mean, I know you caught a touchdown pass in college before.
High school actually,
Just in your opinion and your gut feeling, what are the chances that Russian athletes who are clean and that can prove they've been clean the entire time may be still able to compete and not take the fall for the rest?
Growing up as a kid, I'm sure you came to camps like this. Do you ever feel indebted, like you're supposed to give back to these kids and help them out with their game?
Absolutely. It's no secret that sports are about competition. But when you're the best sports high school in the entire state, well, that put Oakton in a class of its own.
He makes a lot of tough shots in the games, but now we want to challenge him to a game of horse. Jeremy, are you up for it? Half court. Oh! Russian athletes are staring an Olympic ban in the face for a state-run doping scheme. Found out how much this could impact the games in Rio.
What's your favorite song?
Fantasy, Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Can we hear a line from it?
Every man has a place.
All right.
An off-season filled with heavy hearts.
It was very difficult.
Some kids are dealing with death for the first time in their lives.
We want to try to make it as smooth for the kids as we can.
Justin Counts is now Madison High School's new football coach after learning over the summer Lenny Schultz was killed in a car accident.
This is not a situation that anybody wants to become a head coach.
But if there's any guy perfect for the job, it's the guy who's been at Madison for over a decade.
We were all ecstatic. We love Coach Counts. He knows all of us. He knows our families. He knows our parents. He knows how to coach us. He knows what we do, how we play.
It's been an off-season of events that no high school kid or anybody should have to go through. But now the next step is getting ready for next year's season.
We have to deal with something that's never been dealt with, by a coaching staff ever. Then I'm sure it has somewhere in the country, but I've never been a part of it.
A lot of sadness, a lot of anger, a lot of just asking why, but you got to channel that into just getting better, working harder, and motivating you.
I'm really proud of what Coach Schultz has built up to this point in his time, and I really wanted to make sure that atmosphere and the energy stayed the same.
The Warhawks expect to play well this season, but knows
everything's going to be a first for us.
It'll just be different. For WDVM Sports, Jared Oliver.
Some now call it the sleeping giant.
It's a special fraternity you've chosen to be a part of, and we're glad to have you out.
One that's ready for awakening.
Get a day better. Don't talk about it though right now. You got to be about it right now. It's the ball.
Everything is here. The culture, the tradition, and the mighty purple platoon. A new season offers new opportunities.
Hard work, effort, and just nonstop. Just trying and grinding it out.
Defensively, get to the daggone football. You choose to compete. That's what you control. How competitive are you going to be with yourself and then the folks to the south on Stringfellow, the folks west out on 50?
An electric charge of coaches, players, and passion can lead to defeating some of its strongest adversaries.
I mean, every game's important, but yeah, I guess I do have some circle on my calendar.
Effort, competitiveness. This is a gut check of everything we're talking about.
He makes us work, and if we don't work, then he kicks us out. We're either on the boat or we're off.
Don't talk about it, be about it. Let's go. Finish, 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 finish. Let's go, finish, finish. Attaboy, way to compete. Compete, finish, practice. You guys did a great job competing, but I would imagine you want to be done, and I don't blame you. So we got Marcus now. Put the team on the back, Marcus. Let's go, big man. Couldn't script it better. Okay, we need to get Chantilly back to where Chantilly belongs. Okay, you guys are proving that you want to be a part of that. We go live against the bad guys next Friday.
Boys on three, boys on three. 1, 2, 3.
For WDVM Sports, Jared Oliver.
Some would say Southern's Curtis Holland III is underrated. But as you can see, he's ready to take on his senior year with full force.
Because I feel as if I can play with the best of the best.
Curtis is a 6'2" guard with solid size, but wants to show he belongs with the rest of the area's top talent.
I just have to prove it every time I step on the court, and I think that's my main goal.
Last year, a recruiter called and asked Curtis if all he could do was dunk, as if that was the only part of his game.
I was surprised. I guess I just haven't shown it enough. So I realized that I have to work on those parts of my game and make sure coaches notice that, and I'm not just an athletic finisher.
For some reason, a lot of people think Curtis can't shoot, but he shot about 40% from three-point range. You know, he doesn't settle for threes, so that's why, you know, people don't consider him a three-point shooter.
For the next year, Curtis expects to be the leader he is and let his talent take over in clutch situations.
I think I don't realize that enough. It may be a time where I need to step up and say, I need the ball in this situation.
While Curtis continues to put himself on recruiters' radar,
stay tuned.
Reporting in Hardwood, Maryland.
And I hope they get a chance to see me.
I'm Jared Oliver.